The stealth bombers that dropped massive bunker-buster bombs on Iranian nuclear facilities have begun returning to a U.S. base in Missouri. An Associated Press journalist watched on a clear but windy Sunday afternoon as at least 7 of the B-2 Spirit bombers came in for landing at Whiteman Air Force Base. A first group of 4 of the stealth aircraft did a loop around the base before approaching a runway from the north. A final group of 3 arrived within 10 minutes. U.S. officials have said that one B-2 group headed west from the Missouri base on Saturday, intended as a decoy to throw off Iranians. Another flight of 7 quietly flew off eastward, ultimately engaging in the Iran mission. The U.S. military struck 3 sites in Iran Saturday evening, inserting itself into Israel's effort to destroy Iran's nuclear program in a risky gambit to weaken a longtime foe. The decision to directly involve the U.S. comes after more than a week of strikes by Israel on Iran that have moved to systematically eradicate the country's air defenses and offensive missile capabilities, while damaging its nuclear enrichment facilities. But U.S. and Israeli officials have said that American stealth bombers and a 30,000-pound bunker-buster bomb they alone can carry offered the best chance of destroying heavily fortified sites connected to the Iranian nuclear program buried deep underground. Some 60 Israeli Air Force fighter jets carried out a wave of strikes in central Iran this evening, IDF spokesman Brig General F.E. Defrin says in a press conference. He says that as part of the strikes, IAF jets destroyed 3 more Iranian F-14 fighter jets on the ground. Last week, Israeli strikes in Tehran destroyed 2 F-14s. The US-made F-14 Tomcats were supplied to Iran before the 1979 Islamic Revolution and are believed to be the last ones still in operation. The operation, part of Israel's ongoing Operation Rising Lion, marks a significant escalation in Israel's campaign to dismantle Iran's military capabilities amid a week of intense hostilities. Footage released by the IDF shows the US-made F-14s, acquired by Iran before the 1979 Islamic Revolution, being obliterated on the ground, likely at an airbase near Isfahan, a key military hub. The destruction of these iconic jets, which Iran has struggled to maintain due to decades of US sanctions, carries both strategic and symbolic weight. The Iranian missile launch capabilities today are far below what they were when we launched the operation, Defrin stated, highlighting the IDF's success in degrading Iran's retaliatory capacity. The F-14 strike is the second targeting of Iran's aging air force this month. On June 16, 2 F-14s were destroyed at Tehran's Mehrabad International Airport, where they were parked outside hardened shelters. Defense analysts note that many of Iran's remaining F-14s are non-operational due to maintenance challenges, but their destruction underscores Israel's ability to conduct deep strikes with precision. The Israeli Air Force bombed 2 Iranian F-5 fighter jets at Dezful Airport in Iran a short while ago, the military says. Additionally, strikes this morning destroyed 8 ballistic missile launchers, including 6 that were primed for an immediate attack on Israel, the IDF says. The military says that strikes last night carried out by 20 fighter jets in central Iran hit dozens of Iranian military targets. The targets included a military site containing components for the production of explosives, sites for the storage and production of weapons, and Iranian air defense systems, along with military infrastructure at Isfahan Airport, to prevent the Iranian Air Force from using the site's military facilities, the IDF says. The strike follows a week of relentless Israeli operations targeting Iran's nuclear facilities, air defenses, and military assets. Since June 13, the IDF has struck over 100 targets in Iran, including missile storage sites, command centers, and launchers, destroying approximately 120 surface-to-surface missile launchers, about a third of Iran's long-range ballistic missile arsenal. The IDF also reported neutralizing 950 explosive drones in Iran before they could be launched, a feat Defrin called an unprecedented achievement.